From expectations to conversations, we offer all the services you would expect. HealthFirst Network provides quality, confidential reproductive health care, education, and nutrition counseling. Jesse Scharfenberg, the Chief Executive Officer for HealthFirst Network, joining me again. I wanted to find out a little bit more about family planning only services because I had a chance to read about that, but I still don't get it.
It's really confusing when you read about it, but when we can actually talk about it, it's a super simple program. So family planning only services, we sometimes call it FPOS or FPOS for short, is a Medicaid waiver program through the state of Wisconsin that covers all reproductive health services for anyone that's coming in for reproductive health services. There's a few qualifications, so you have to be a citizen and a resident of Wisconsin, and you have to make less than $20.33 an hour or roughly less than $40,000 a year. That's a pretty large group of people who make less than $40,000 a year who can qualify for the program. The great part about it is you can have private health insurance and you can still use the family planning only program. You can be married and it's only going to go off of your income, and you could live with a bunch of people and everybody contributes to the family income, but it only goes off of your specific income. So we see individuals say a minor's coming in for services. They have private health insurance, but they don't want their parents to know that they're on a birth control method. Obviously, we encourage them to have those conversations with a trusted adult if they are going to be on a contraceptive method. We know those don't always happen, but we can sign them up for the program and it's going to cover their services for free. They're paying nothing. There's no copays. There's no deductibles. It is covering everything at 100%. So whether that's an annual exam, birth control method, STI testing, or sexually transmitted infection testing and treatment, pregnancy testing, some of your baseline labs, it's all covered under that program at no cost. I often call it the best hidden secret in Wisconsin because it seems like nobody knows about the program, but so many people can qualify for the program, and it covers all of those services for free. One of the things that we see is you could go to any provider and receive those services, which is great, or sign up for FPOS, which is great, but most of them don't help you through the actual process. So one of the things that we really pride ourselves in doing is if you're going to come in and you're looking for having FPOS cover your services, we're going to walk that individual through the process and actually assist them in signing up for the program versus sending them on their own with this big packet of material that they have to look through and follow up on and do all of this stuff. We do that for them to make it really easy. They bring in their identification that proves where they live. They bring in their last 2 pay stubs, and that's it. And we take care of the rest. Yes.
You mentioned that it's one of the best kept secrets in Wisconsin. Why is that? It sounds like it's an amazing program.
I just think there's a lack of education around the program that people aren't aware of it. We know it because we live and breathe it every day because we're in reproductive health. When you go to a private provider or a larger health system, they have so many different services and are focused on so many different things that they don't have a very narrow network of the only services that they do. The other thing that we really work on is the services that we offer. We make sure that they are covered by the program so that you're not going to have extra bills outside of what would be covered for the program. So we look every year at what services are covered by family planning only services, and we make sure those are the only services that we're offering here because we don't want surprise charges for anybody.
Now, is there an age requirement at all?
There isn't an age requirement. The only qualification outside of the income and the citizenship is that you're of reproductive health age. That's pretty vast and pretty wide. So we usually say once an individual has started to menstruate that they would be able to be eligible. But then we have individuals up past menopause that are on the program because they still need the STI testing and treatment. So it's really everybody. Another thing, up until about 10 years ago, it was only for women, but men can use the program as well. So it's for everybody, both males and females.
So, all right, let me ask about that. The stigma of a man coming to a place like this, is that weird?
No, yes. Yes and no. So we've tried to break down that stigma and that barrier. Most of the men that we see are for STI testing and treatment and then condoms. That's what they come in for. We would love if they would come in for their annual exam, but our core population is between that 18 and 30-year-old. They don't go to their annual exams no matter what. I don't want to put them into a bucket or a stereotype, but if you are looking at the data, they're less likely to receive an annual exam than a female would be. So we usually see them just for the STI testing and the condoms, which is great. We really try to work on going from women's health to reproductive health. I think more individuals, whether you're female or male or whatever you identify as, they can identify with reproductive health versus women's health. If you think of women's health, you think it's only for women, when really reproductive health in its entirety is for everybody.
For more information, visit www.healthfirstnetwork.org or find us on social media at HealthFirst Network, Inc.